brother? We are live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Black Series Hangout live stream discussion. It's just the two of us today.
Just the two of us.
No
Just
guest,
two of us.
but we have a lot to discuss because, as the title reads, the new wave has been acquired by Justin.
Very true.
But of course, now let's take a moment, say what's up to the chat, talk to everyone who
Badass figures and customs.
Of course,
Recently found Bo-Katan and Ventress.
Nice. We're definitely going to be discussing both of them. Joseph Bett, hello, welcome to the stream. David Edge, nice to see you as well. Of course, we got Norsky. We got St. James.
Yo, Desmond.
Of course, Infernal Hippo is here as well.
As per usual.
Yep, nice to see everyone. Nice to see everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a nice, happy, lazy Sunday. We're just hanging out today, talking Black Series. Like I said, we found the new wave. Well, when I say we, I mean Justin found the new wave. And we're also going to be talking about some new code names as well. And of course, just chatting with you guys. So if you have any questions or anything like that, go ahead, ask them, and we'll respond to them as long as they're, not weird or something.
Volt says, still no sightings in my area. Honestly, very surprised I found the shipper when I found it. It's just casual Walmart stop, casual Walmart visit after work, and I get off late, know, and it was probably about 7:30, 7:45 p.m. when I found those.
I mean,
and my Walmart never has anything.
True. And I think that's what shocked me the most was that you got off work so late and all of those figures were still there. We posted a picture on our Instagram of the shipper itself, and it was almost completely full. It was just missing one crosshair and one Ventress. Other than that, it was entirely full, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, Of course, Justin was able to secure myself and a couple of our friends some figures as well. So it's always a great, satisfying moment in the hunt when you can find something for everyone, really.
Yeah, that was definitely a hype moment. Probably in terms of, like, I said this before, but of, like, standardly released regular wave Black Series, probably haven't made one of those purchases in my specific Walmart probably over 2 years.
True. Your Walmart is notoriously bad. I mean, my Walmart is not great either, but at least that's where we found the Clone Wars figures last year. But
nice.
Let's go ahead and say hello to some more people. I see some new names popping up here. So
Pentaplastic only found Crosshair so far. That's kind of surprising, honestly. What's up, Samuel? Jay, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Glad you could join us. Norsky says he's definitely having a nice Sunday. It's been nice and warm out for the first time in a while. Out in Norway. Nice.
Nice. It is it's been pretty nice this week. Been like the mid 50s Fahrenheit, that is.
What's up, TK? Fugman.
Nice. Always great to see Fugman. We got Kyle in here as well. We can't forget about Pimp Daddy Satan either. What's up, Pimp Daddy? Action Figure Encounters. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. We've also got Ed Stringer in here saying his Walmart is horrendous. I think pretty much everyone's Walmart sucks to some degree. So, of course, we got Richard here as well. What is up, Richard? And then moving along, we've got a $5 super chat from good friend of the show, Fig Fury 79. He says, "Feel the fury, epic find, guys." Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, Fig.
Dude, what's that? What's that? Here, let me get it. Let me go grab it.
All right. I was gonna say I can't see it at all, so
the only one I haven't taken out of the box so far. Saving it for the review, of course.
nice. I still don't have a crosshair as well. That is the one figure that I still need to get from this wave. But other than that, I also have the entire wave, so super dope.
Yeah, honestly, it looks fantastic. I'm sure it's going to be a banger. Nate, because I've been a little busy lately, so I haven't really opened them until that. I think that was yesterday. I just opened Hunter, Elite Squad Trooper, and Ventress, and ooh, so good.
Nice.
Hunter, I really like the soft pads, and my sheath is correct. So sorry, Nate.
Yeah, because if you guys didn't know out there, I somehow got the most unfortunate QC error on my Hunter, which I didn't even realize was an error, but you can see the knife holster was actually put on backwards on my copy here. So
yeah,
it's really unfortunate. And I tried to heat it up and potentially flip it around, but it wasn't coming off, and I saw that I was stressing the plastic, so I stopped messing with it. So I thought about maybe reaching out to Big Bad Toy Store to see if I could get an exchange possibly, but I don't know. It's not the end all be all QC issue. It's just kind of like a mild inconvenience.
Right. Secret banger?
Oh, certified banger now. Certified banger. Of course, we've got the Elite Squad Trooper here, which is a mix of the new 2020 clone body and then the old clone legs. So it's like this weird hybrid version. You can see you got the peg holes and such in the double jointed legs, but the upper body and head are the new 2020 clone body. And honestly, I think it's a best of both worlds situation. Yeah. The more that I've been messing around with it, I do miss the pinless legs, but I just, the knee pad issue on the 2020 clone legs is a really big bummer for a lot of posing.
Yeah, I love the green visor as well.
Yeah.
Whenever a visor is green, it just gets a special place in my heart. I don't know why, but like Commander green right. Visor, Elite Squad Trooper, green visor. I don't know why I like that so much.
Death Trooper, which is why a lot of people also think that the Elite Squad Troopers are going to be some sort of precursor to the Death Trooper.
I can see that. Maybe like Tarkin has like a squad of Elite Squad Troopers.
Yeah. And that was another thing I wanted to bring up too, was I've been messing with my Tarkin a lot lately because of these Bad Batch figures, and I'm just like remembering how awesome the Black Series Tarkin is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so a great figure.
I gave him like a Clone Trooper blaster, and I was like, man, this could happen in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's jump back to the chat. Yeah, Pimp Daddy, Satan, Crosshair, and Ventress are both 1 per case. So definitely the rare figures of the wave, which is unfortunate because they're both bangers. Well, I'm sure Crosshair is a banger if it's anything like Hunter, but we know Ventress is fantastic as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eddie, what's up? Nice to see you again. Stan Laporte, how's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. We are doing well.
Yes, enjoying our nice lazy Sunday. Flying Limo says thumbs up, guys. Yeah, smash that like button. Smash that MF and like button.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, another just super, super solid wave.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a full waiver, of course. We didn't talk about Bo-Katan either. That review just went up yesterday. Fantastic figure.
I definitely want to take a little pause right here and talk about Bo-Katan, just because She is so amazing. Like I have her right here. Blown away by her. The details of her costume, like the helmet and the armor and everything, and of course, the non-shiny photoreal head. Probably not showing up well here, but almost zero shine on my helmeted head for Bo-Katan, and she just looks amazing. The likeness to Katie Sackhoff is insane.
Yeah, it's literally one of the best photoreals that they've done, I feel like.
Oh, absolutely. And she's got great articulation too. Of course, she's got those secret butterfly joints that you can't really see, but they do still work pretty well because like her torso is kind of like a softer plastic. So you do still get that like range out of it. No, I was completely blown away by Bo.
Yep. Darksaber fits well.
Yeah.
Especially with those butterfly joints.
Also true. Put that Darksaber in her hand, and I was like, ooh, I think this might be where it's staying. I think this might be where it's staying.
Mm-hmm. Pimp Daddy says he hasn't opened any of the new ones except Ahsoka and Jar Jar when I should have waited on. Bought a few more Jar Jars for $8.99 clearance at Target. Yeah, I've been seeing that as well.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that $8.99 sticker. I'm like, whoa.
I know. And I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. But I think Jar Jar was a full pricer for us. More than justified. But at $8.99, that's an absolute steal of a deal. I would not pass that up if I was anyone.
Lyric LNTV, shocked that I found Bo-Katan at Walmart. Honestly, I agree. It's shocking anytime you find anything at Walmart. Infernal Hippo, yeah, it did go down to $8.99 at certain Targets. That is honestly pretty insane considering it's a $29.99 figure.
Yeah. I personally, I don't know about you, Justin, but I haven't seen them go that low around us. I've seen them for $20.99.
Yeah, I've seen the $8.99 sticker.
Dang. But the peg was cleared by the time you got there. I mean, well, realistically, I don't know what you would do with a second Jar Jar anyway. But
yeah, not interested in a second Jar Jar, but
yeah, maybe if it had alternate heads or something.
Yeah,
like that,
I mean, I do hope it doesn't send the wrong message to Hasbro. That like, oh, do they not like prequel characters? Do they not like the deluxe figures with these extra accessories? So,
right. Yeah, and I could definitely see that happening as we know the Black Series line in general, they abandon tons of ideas all the time super quickly if it doesn't do well. Like think about those Last Jedi the like deluxe Walmart figures where they had like the super detailed face painting before photoreal existed. And there was only the 3 of those, and then they were like, nope, photoreal. And there's like tons of other examples as well. So, I mean, I would hope that wouldn't happen, but yeah, it is sad to see Jar Jar had to hit clearance and had to go that low to finally start moving.
Yeah, badass. Would you buy a 2-pack of Waxer and Boyle?
Oh,
yes, any named clone and any clone in general. That's just an absolutely yes, please.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, and Walmart had these for $17.88. I was very confused by that. So, like, after tax, they were like 19 something.
Even better.
I was pretty confused by that. I meant to throw that in there real quick because $17.88 that's what you call the low.
Yeah, no kidding. For like, the like not on sale price, I suppose.
To buy the entire wave and it's less than 100.
Yeah.
Even after tax. That's pretty crazy.
That's awesome though. It's probably like that though, because they might have all like the same like SKU.
That's what I'm thinking. Like they don't actually mean to do that.
Yeah.
Perhaps because I mean they're supposed to be $22.99 by now, right?
Well, I think the next wave is the first official $22.99.
But But I got them all pre-ordered for $19.99 from Amazon. So I'm also confused on that.
True. That might just be Amazon being Amazon. I mean, who's to say for sure? But I did see that, and actually, a couple of them are still listed at $19.99 for the pre-order.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through our orders, and because we share an Amazon account, and I was like, "Oh dang! Like these are still available for pre-order." But I pre-ordered mine on Dorkside Toys, of course. That's what I've been going with lately.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do still have a couple figures from Big Bad coming as well. So, Ventress, right? Justin, banger, thoughts?
Excellent figure, butterfly joints, but as you pointed out, although the review is not out yet, she doesn't have the vertical hinges. She only has the horizontal hinges, which is horrible for a lightsaber wielding character. I mean, it's good for like this pose, but for a dual wielding lightsaber character, you're gonna want those vertical hinges,
right?
For sure.
I think that's definitely my only like true negative of the figure. Other than that, I think it's excellent, and that review will be dropping very soon as well. I've already shot it. I just gotta edit it. So you know how that goes, right, Justin?
Oh yeah, gotta love editing.
Yeah.
But likeness wise, she looks amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, easily worth it. The lightsabers look great. With the butterfly joints, you can still get some amazing poses out of her.
True. And you can also connect her lightsabers together to do the double-bladed thing that she does like once in the entire series. If that's your thing.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, at least it's there. It's an option, because I'm sure someone somewhere down the line, if they hadn't have included that, would have been like, well, why can't we put it in the double-bladed mode?
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. But you can. And she also has lightsaber storage, which is dope.
Yep. Real quick, Infernal Hippo. I'm so excited for my Armorer from Dorkside. Armorer is a great figure.
Definitely.
Of course, we have the Deluxe, which we prefer. Which I'm sure the Standard is satisfying as well.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Catch up on some more chats here real quick, Justin.
Yeah, we have a lot. Kyle Justin must be happy he gets a break from talking during the stream. Yep, but I still have a drink handy.
Yep.
Always got to have a drink handy.
Yep. But when I had to go on a hunt last week and pretty much came home empty-handed. So,
although you did get that Royal Guard for the set, for the Figure It Out set.
Yeah, true. I did get a nice 12-inch Royal Guard from 1998, which was in the background of the last episode of Figure It Out, and I posted a picture of it as well. So I was super happy to at least find that. I thought that was a cool, little consolation prize.
Yeah, for sure. Richard GameStop just restocked on Commander Gree and the Force Unleashed Stormtrooper Commander. That is true. And then Pimp Daddy GameStop has Gree. May have to check that out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Gree, great looking figure. But of course, definitely. On the old clone body. Joe Hood, when are we getting a Starkiller? You knew this was coming at some point. It can't be a Black Series discussion without someone asking for Starkiller.
Right.
We want him too.
Yeah. But the Black Series team seems to just kind of do whatever they want and not really care about fan input for the most part.
Oh, gosh. Yes.
I mean,
Vader X Bricks.
I'm just
What's
saying.
Up? I know. He says, hello there. Ventress is a peer throwback to the film, asking for the entire wave for my birthday, so I'll be getting them soon. It's, nice. Like we said, it's a fantastic wave. Every figure in it is even a banger. Elite Squad Trooper, probably the lowest on the tier list, but still easily worth it.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's
not a named character.
Yeah, and if it was in a different wave with maybe not as many hot characters, it would probably be one of the best of figure. Mm-hmm. But every other figure is so great that he just unfortunately is, the last one, even though he's still amazing.
Yeah. Stone Cold Killer says, "Sup, guys?" And I actually learned that this is the Can I Even Draw from Instagram who made our art for us.
Yes. Yeah,
this is
awesome.
His username on YouTube. I didn't put that together, so nice to put that together. Thank you for that wonderful art, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. That's super awesome.
Yeah. I really like the header art because it's Clone Trooper Max Rebo Band Legion.
Yep.
And it's the Return of the Jedi Death Star because, of course, Return of the Jedi is our safe and cozy favorite Star Wars movie.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Absolutely.
Most of the time. Broncos Fan 99. Echo and Five's 2-pack is all I want them to make. I agree. I was actually rewatching the Bad Batch arc the other night, so I'll take a Jesse and Kix too. I forgot how sort of prominent they were in that first arc in season 7.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, Jesse is more prominent later on in season 7 as well.
Right.
Let's see here. Oh no, Flying Limo, do you have any news from GTP Toys? No.
Well, I guess for anyone who's missed it, if anyone's new here and hasn't been following the story, we reached out to the owner of the company, and he stated to us that the product was delayed to June, but also that he was going to release a public letter announcing the delay. What was that? 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be on the 9th.
Yes, I do believe. Yeah, it was supposed to be on the 9th. Wasn't the 9th, so maybe people were thinking maybe it was next week.
Right, but next week
and then it didn't
come
on the 16th.
Yeah. So no public update has still been issued, no email or anything like that. But
no social media update or anything.
Yeah, at the very least, we at least know that it's delayed till June at this point.
Yeah, but still pretty upsetting.
Right.
Honestly. Still pretty upsetting. Collecting Star Wars, what's up? What's your best guess for May 4th Black Series announcements? Well, that'll actually be a topic here. So there are some new Target exclusives that Yakface says he predicts they will be announced at this May 4th event. 4 Target exclusives, of course, code names. Here at Out of the Basement, love our code names because they mean absolutely nothing. Sun, snow, rain, and wind.
Yeah, but we do at least know that rain is Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah, most likely. Of course, can't confirm that.
Right.
But one of these, which you said rain, I guess you saw that somewhere. I think Yakface said that.
Yeah.
Most likely being an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure.
Right.
Please, I want to see a General Kenobi Clone Wars figure announced, but I'm a little iffy on the whole Target exclusive idea.
Are you guys ready for my worst case scenario here? And I hate that my brain instantly jumps to this, but we know that Walmart had an entire wave of Clone Wars figures that were exclusive to their store. This is 4 more figures, one of them being Obi-Wan, which could be Clone Wars Obi-Wan. So what if this is another Clone Wars wave, but it's exclusive to Target?
I would at least be more down. I mean, stupid idea, and I hate it, but I would be more down for Target to get a whole wave of Clone Wars exclusive figures than Walmart, because Walmart is shite. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's a hit or miss 100% of the time versus I think Targets will at least get a little tiny bit, like you have a chance. How I got the Clone Wars Walmart action figures, I still think that was like 1 in a million, and I still think that was my greatest Black Series hunting achievement that I've ever done.
For sure.
And that was like an anomaly how I got those. So I would be slightly more down for Target to get a wave of Clone Wars figures that would be exclusive to them.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Target is easier to find stuff in store than Walmart. But I would honestly say that Walmart.com is just slightly better. Slightly better.
And that says
Target.
a lot, considering you had to decipher the codes using Yak Face's post and like his translation of what the codes were to make sure you get each individual figure.
Yeah, I pre-ordered all of them back when they just said SWBS figure, and they just had the different SKU numbers to go off of. That was ridiculous, but
yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Amazon, for the Wave 30, the Tech, Costco Reeves, all them. Their Amazon listings are Star Wars SWBL and then their code name. So like Georgia or whatever it was. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that from Amazon. Right. I thought they would update it to like just what the Black Series figure is called, but no. It's just like Star Wars SWBL and then the state that their respective code name was.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know.
But yeah, who knows for sure what this wave could be? You know, could be some more carbonized figures maybe. I know Jeremy was saying maybe that, or like some new extension of the credit collection perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we won't know for sure, but I think it'd probably be a pretty safe bet that we're going to see what these figures are come May 4th, because they're supposed to be like going on sale like a week or two afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Vader X Brick says Target is 100% better than Walmart. I've at least seen like I've regularly see new stuff in Target. Like Walmart, in my Walmart, I don't even think they ever got the Grief Karga Queel wave. Never seen it. And yeah, Pimp Daddy, I can find stuff easier at Target for sure. BTEC Bradford, what's up? I still don't have Ahsoka or the 332nd Trooper. Rest in peace, us in the UK. I mean, that's bullshit, man. Like, I feel sorry for everyone who missed out on any of those Clone Wars figures, because Clone Wars is beloved, and it was an entire wave. I would be a little less upset if it wasn't a whole wave. But the fact that some people missed out on an entire wave of Clone Wars figures, like,
right.
Oh, yeah. I feel bad.
Definitely. There's a couple chats I wanted to go back up to. Specifically, Norsky asked about Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I figured I'd give a quick little update. I still am watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's good. I liked the last couple episodes, but I mean, I personally think that WandaVision was better. It was more entertaining. Although Falcon and Winter Soldier, I do like where it's going. I'm glad that we're finally getting to a certain character becoming someone else. I don't want to spoil it for anyone in the chat who hasn't caught up with the show yet, but I mean, in a way that it's like an extension of the Captain America trilogy, I do like it in that regard, and there is some interesting aspects to the show, but it still is just kind of a little bit to me.
Mm-hmm. Also, JP the Death Trooper, he says, "What's up, guys? Love the channel." What's up, JP?
What is up, JP?
Nice to see you.
Fig Fury asked, "Who is our favorite from the recent wave so far?"
In terms of character release that we desperately needed in the Black Series, I would say Ventress. In terms of character that we just absolutely needed to get, like, love Bo-Katan as a character as well. She's in Clone Wars, Rebels, and in The Mandalorian. She spans across many eras.
Yeah.
However, I think Ventress was just a character that we absolutely 100% needed. An inch more than a Bo-Katan. Is she the best figure out of the wave? I would say no.
I would say that goes to Bo.
Yeah, I would say that goes to Bo as well.
Because Bo has got those vertical hinges for her dual blaster wielding character. So,
and that's something even like a figure like Captain Rex doesn't have. Like not even Captain Rex, a guy who
always
he doesn't even have the dual wielding trigger fingers with vertical hinges.
Right.
So the fact that Bo-Katan has it, that's like an achievement right there.
Right.
Achievement unlocked for Hasbro.
She's one of the few. I know there's a few other figures that got both vertical hinges for both hands, but yeah, it's great that she did that. But I think I would definitely ultimately agree with you. Character-wise, Ventress. Figure-wise, it's Bo.
Yeah.
But then again, every single figure in the wave is a banger to begin with.
Certified bangers. Katos Midwest Walmarts are horrible when it comes to getting stuff. Yeah, we live in the Midwest as well, and I definitely agree.
Yeah. Yep. No kidding.
So Duco, what's up? Richard says, do you think we'll get a Bad Batch version of Captain Rex or an archive version? I think an archive release would make more sense. What do you guys think? I think he'll get an archive release at some point. There's such a high demand for it. It'd be like printing money, and it's a figure that they already have.
Right.
I already have the mold and everything. They probably have a few extra laying around.
And we still are supposed to get one more archive wave this year. So with Bad Batch coming out this year, and then also the rumored Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan being a part of this archive wave, I could see us getting something like that, where it'll be like Rex, Obi-Wan. In mine and Justin's dream world, it would be the Clone Trooper Sergeant and the Clone Trooper Captain.
Do you mean the archive wave after this next one that's rumored? Like the Revan, Obi-Wan, 501st Clone Trooper?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that there was... Well, maybe... Because that's 4, isn't it?
Yeah, I did the same exact thing last week. I couldn't remember all 4 of them. But it's... Yeah. Oh, A New Hope Leia.
Oh, right.
A New Hope Leia with photoreal, 501st Clone Trooper, Revan, and Obi-Wan Revenge of the Sith.
I don't know then. I don't know.
All great picks. Like, all fantastic picks for the archive.
Right. Especially the A New Hope characters. Definitely time to get those updated in the Black Series.
All right, let's see here. Norsky says, I technically have the Clone Wars figures, but my girlfriend hasn't shipped them yet. Yeah, because she lives here in the U.S., right? So that might be a little pricey. Norsky, you got to get that PayPal going. Help your girlfriend out, that shipping.
Right.
Yeah, Eddie says, yeah, if anyone missed out on those Clone Wars figs, they are so expensive on the secondary market. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
It really does suck. That's why, I'm just happy to have one of the Super Commando, one Loyalist. I do have 2 of the clones because you gave me one for Christmas or birthday or something.
I got pretty lucky. I have 2 of each of the troopers.
All right, hang on. I just saw something. I just saw something. Okay, we had some rivalry. Rest in peace, UK. Come to Ireland. We got nothing over here and never have. Online is the only way for us here. And I mean, it's hard for everyone. You know, it is hard for everyone. Sudoku says, don't. It's the exact same here. No difference between the UK and Ireland. Okay. Yeah. Because we just have no perspective of.
Right.
We're so privileged. But to just have relatively easy access to the figures that come out, whether it's securing a pre-order on Big Bad or finding them in the wild. Alejandro, what's up? Haven't seen you comment yet. Do you think the Target exclusives could possibly be the next archive wave? No. I think
I don't think they would do an exclusive archive wave.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would defeat the purpose of the archive line. because they're supposed to be highly desirable figures that are easy to acquire.
David C, what's up?
David, nice to see you.
Try not to, like, we inevitably have to skip around in the comments, but if there's like a new name, I'm trying to. Yeah, Librarian Fonz, what's up? Ventress had a great arc in the Clone Wars. I hope she shows up in the Kenobi show. Yeah, there's like a lot of opportunity in the Kenobi show.
True.
Although, like, I do really hope the Kenobi series is not like a Obi-Wan goes on a grand epic adventure.
Right.
Because Nate, you and I have been reading that mainline Star Wars comic where it's like the journals of Obi-Wan every few issues. And those are surprisingly kind of dark for like a Marvel Star Wars comic. Like he's almost like kind of suicidal in a way, or like at least depressed.
Right.
As he's like withering away in the desert. So I kind of hope that translates pretty well to the series.
Yeah, that is going to be the hard part, I think, with the Kenobi show is now since we've read that comic book and we have like an idea in our brain about like what is going on while
and that's canon. So like they have to respect that and kind of maintain that continuity.
Right. I'm wondering. I mean, I'm sure I just can't remember at the moment, but like when those events are taking place, the like journal entry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. There was one question I wanted to go back and answer, and that was Pimp Daddy Satan. What other figures or toy lines do you collect? I like G.I. Joe, but cashed out on classifieds. Done with that. Other than Star Wars, I really dig Motu Origins and crossover WWE. So, Justin, you and I were both pretty big NECA horror fans as well. Collect a lot of NECA horror. I would say that's like our second bread and butter.
That is really.
But obviously you guys know if you collect NECA out there, you know, there's not a new horror figure like every month. There's like, you know, 2 a year or something like that, or at least ones that are like super interesting to us. Because they obviously do like some more like modern stuff. Like they did the Conjuring universe, which I did grab that Annabelle though, because I want to build a horror display that has every iconic horror villain in my head.
Yeah.
And I think Annabelle at least deserves a spot.
Yeah, I as well, because I feel like we mention this all the time, but like horror is like our second thing that we just absolutely love, like aside from Star Wars. We're big horror fans. But yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like NECA horror is my, second favorite thing to collect. Also, you can kind of see them up here, the new Halo stuff. I'm a big Halo Reach fan as well.
True.
Vader X Bricks, which Rebels character should they do next in the Black Series? I would love to see either Callus or the Grand Inquisitor next. 2 great picks, honestly.
Yep. I would say that would be my 1 and 2. Number 1, Grand Inquisitor. Number 2, Agent Callus.
Yeah. Like a
Number
classic
3?
like season 1 look of Callus.
Right. Yeah, like the ISB officer look for sure. But then I would also take a good guy Callus as well, with the longer hair, with the part. I like that.
Would, but they kind of just forget about him once he turns to the rebellion. He kind of just gets.
He goes, because he just goes off on his adventures and then pops up every like 10 episodes or so. But I mean I still would get both looks of the character, but of course the classic ISB officer would be my number 1 choice for Callus. Of course, Gar Saxon, or just a generic Mandalorian stormtrooper.
Yeah, the Mandalorian Super Commandos, the Imperial Super Commandos. I mean,
yeah, that are like a tribute to the Ralph McQuarrie artwork, I believe, of the stormtrooper.
Yeah, because Gar Saxon, I would want that Clone Wars season 7 look, which is reminiscent of the Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir comic.
Right, he's got the yellow T-visor.
Yeah, and it like lights up.
Another fantastic comic book, though. Another fantastic comic book.
BTEC Bradford just wants a 501st on the new mold. The old mold is so outdated. I mean, we support you on that.
Yeah, no kidding. We absolutely do, but unfortunately, I think the archive rumor is to be believed, and that we are just getting a re-release of the 501st Trooper on the old clone body, which personally I will still buy another one because I like having 2 troopers. So if I could get my grubby mitts on a second 501st Trooper for retail price, then I'm absolutely going to do it.
Wait, what is this thing, Riley, what's up? What are you replying to here? Oh, Fig says you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Hasbro, the random distribution of action figures across the globe?
It's a dartboard.
Not a tell.
It's the dartboard. Patrick is sitting in his office and he's going like this. He throws a dart, and wherever it sticks, he goes, all right. Even though that's not his job at all. But
yeah. Samuel Penke, what's up, man? If Hasbro made a clone helmet, which one would you want it to be? 501st, man. I remember Revenge of the Sith coming out, and all the merch was either like Darth Vader with orange background, like birthday party napkins, plates.
Yeah.
But then I remember there being a lot of 501st merch as well. And I was actually a 501st clone trooper for Halloween back in elementary school, back in 2005. That's when I was either 9 or 10. I do have a picture of that. I remember I had like a Nerf gun blaster. Pew!
I'd love to see that.
But I remember I was jealous of this kid who had the deluxe version of that Halloween costume. So it was actually the full helmet.
Oh, right.
Whereas mine was just like the mask that you put on. Cheap plastic shite. But
the escalation of Star Wars kids costumes, always. You had the basic and then the deluxe version.
Yeah, I definitely 100% need to find that photo. It's in one of our albums.
That'd be great. And then you'll force me to dig out a picture of me in kindergarten as Darth Maul.
Yeah, Norsky says we need that photo, Justin. It'll be here. I'll get my mom on the case.
Get old Brenda on the hunt.
Eric Ramos says, "Sup guys? What's up, man?
What's up, Eric?"
Let's see here. Richard says Hasbro needs to do more Jedi Fallen Order Black Series figures like Prouf, Sirjunda, Terran Malicos, and Marin. Dude, Terran Malicos, that would be awesome to get. Love Terran. We also need Jar Tarpal or Tapal. I always get him mixed up with Roos Tarpals, and it'll never stop.
Right. I think Jaro Tapal, though, is extremely likely.
Yeah.
Now, because we have a Zeb figure, and we all know Hasbro is not just going to do a one and done and not either repaint the Zeb into a different Zeb costume or reuse it for Jaro Tapal, because really all they would need to do is like sculpt some Jedi armor onto the
figure. And it'd be so nice to get that huge like Jedi logo on the shoulder pauldron, the shoulder armor.
I think he would be incredibly likely and would make sense for a Gaming Greats figure, and it would most likely be a deluxe figure, though, of course. But I feel like that is extremely realistic, and I could definitely see Jaro happening.
It would also be cool to get like creatures, like the three-eyed, like the Boglo, I think it is called.
Yeah.
Like
how they're including the one with Cal.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many. Do you think they'll ever release the Rancor Keeper in the Black Series for Jabba's Palace diorama? I mean, he has a Star Wars figure in one of the 3 3/4 inch lines.
Yeah.
Please. I'd be down.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Stone Cold says he was also a 501st clone when I was like 8 to 9. I even had the crappy half mask and no blaster. I feel it. Now everyone's talking about Halloween. I like it because Halloween is our favorite holiday. It is the certified best holiday from your boys at Out of the Basement. True. Brett McGuire went as Captain Rex on Halloween 2008. That's pretty relevant. 2008, you were already going as Captain Rex.
Nice.
Jumped on that real quick.
Real quick, we'll just badass figures and customs. Do you like Kathleen Kennedy? JK, don't answer that. Just a friendly joke. Yeah, no comment. No comment.
Well, yeah. See here, Bib Fortuna is a must-have. Definitely agree. That's easily in our top 5, like most desirable for the Black Series. Let's see here. Eric says, do you guys think we will see more Black Series vehicles? I don't think there are many out. There is not a lot. There's a lot of like speeders.
Yeah.
There's some speeder bikes. There's some land speeders like Luke's or Ray's. Best one being the snow speeder from Empire Strikes Back. But
yeah, it's really hard to tell though, because there's kind of like 2 SKUs of the vehicle line. You know, there's the $100+ not X-Wing, but TIE Fighter and Snow Speeder.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's, you know, the cheaper $50-$60 dewback, the land speeders, Enfys Nest speeder. So it's really hard to say. I hope the vehicle line is not over with, because I think they're all fantastic. Granted, I don't think I've ever paid full price for any of them besides the snow speeder and the dewback.
Yeah, I as well.
Every other one I got on super clearance for like $20 a piece. But I don't know. It's a very slow release for all the vehicles. So I don't think we're going to see a vehicle this year, of course. So I don't know. Maybe they're taking a year off, and then maybe next year we'll see like an X-Wing or something, or maybe they'll go back to doing like the smaller, $50-$60 range vehicles. Well, I guess they did repaint the speeder bike for Mando.
Yeah, we do have a top 5 Black Series vehicle wish list video. I don't remember every single pick we had.
True, but we're also going to be remaking a lot of those videos.
Yeah, Anakin's Starfighter, 100%. Anakin's Jedi Starfighter with the just striking yellow. Maybe it comes with a buzz droid.
For sure.
So you could have R2 fighting him.
Or I think my most wanted at this point would be what Alan Price said in Bantha in the Black Series.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to have a 6-inch scale Bantha. Obviously, I think it would just be a big hunk of plastic. I don't think they would do like a soft goods Bantha. But I think they would knock it out of the park. I mean, the dewback looks incredible. So I don't see why the Bantha wouldn't look amazing, even if it was just all plastic, like all, sculpted hair and whatever. Which I think it would look ridiculous otherwise if it was because I know some people have said they'd want like an all soft goods version of the dewback or the Bantha. Yeah. But I don't think for the price that Hasbro would do it for, I don't think it would look very good.
Yeah. Badass Figures and Customs says, imagine a 6-inch Republic gunship. A LAT gunship would be amazing.
Yes.
To get in the Black Series. You can stick your clones in there and they could all hang on to like the hand railing things and have like the sliding blast shield cover. Get the pilots in there. That would be amazing. That would be huge.
Right.
But that would be
that would be you got to hang it from the ceiling or you have nowhere else to display it unless you want to dedicate a whole shelf to it. That's how big it would have to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're in the chat right now. They're talking about wanting an X-Wing, David, Big Peary. I think, like, X-Wing they need to do. I don't think they can end the Black Series without doing an X-Wing.
Yeah.
I think that needs to happen. And then while you're at it, repaint the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter and repaint that to an Imperial TIE Fighter, please.
Yeah, without a doubt. I definitely think X-Wing is the next logical step. I think it's the most in-demand vehicle, and obviously then you could repaint it a million different times.
Yeah.
to anyone's specifications. So, you have Luke's or Wedge's or that one Rogue One TVC figure that's coming out that we forgot to talk about when we talked about all the new announcements.
Right.
It would be endless. You could do Poe's X-Wing for all the sequel trilogy fans out there.
Yeah, I think it would be significantly bigger than the Snowspeeder, if I have my mind correct with proportions. Of course, we don't see them actually like together, but I think the X-Wing is just much longer.
Yeah,
with the the attack foils and everything,
right. Especially with the wings unfolded.
Yeah. Mark Chopper for Emperor. Hi from the Netherlands. Great show. Thank you. Do you think Black Series figs will ever come with extra hands? It seems very old-fashioned to not release them with extra hands. They used to.
Yeah.
Very once in a blue moon, like the Orange Line Han Solo from 2013 has alternate hands.
Yeah. I mean, we discussed this quite a bit on the channel, but and we talk about it because obviously Hasbro owns a lot of other action figure lines, and they all come with alternate hands, alternate heads, alternate weapons, all sorts of stuff. You see it in Marvel, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, pretty much every other line that Hasbro does besides Star Wars. Now, people have said that it's because the Star Wars license is so expensive that they can't afford to include extra accessories, but I just think that that's bull, because when the line first began, a lot of those figures were loaded with accessories. And as time goes on, it seems like we're just continuing to get less and less instead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, like Volt is saying, Dagobah Luke did come with other hands. That is true, but that was only in the deluxe version as well. If you bought the single release, you didn't get the alternate hands. So you had to either hope to find that on clearance, or you bought it for the $50 that it was because it was a deluxe release, which, I mean, I wouldn't mind, and I'm sure you agree with me, Justin, that if we had to pay more to get alternate hands and more accessories, I'm down. I'll gladly do it. Because I would love alternate hands. I would love force hands and all sorts of things like that. Fisted hands, different style of gripping hands.
Especially for Wrecker, who need those fists.
Right, yeah. With the upcoming Wrecker, we don't even get his fists.
And he's deluxe.
We're going to have to emulate it with his gripping hands, and he's going to look like, look like that.
Right.
It's like things like that. Like, I would never stop collecting the Black Series, but I don't think that, we just because we're collectors and we're diehard fans, it doesn't mean we can't criticize the line at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see all the other Hasbro lines getting so much love, and then you get to Star Wars and they're like, well, the Jedi come with his lightsaber, or like the recent
that's justification.
Yeah, the recent Qui-Gon Jinn, the re-release of that, they excluded the force wielding hand for no reason at all.
But you got the photoreal head and the Phantom Menace card back, which is probably cheaper than the regular Black Series packaging. So that's a moot point.
No, I wouldn't necessarily agree, because that's foil card back.
It's garbage.
And on top of that, there's no reason he couldn't include the alternate force hand. The original figure comes with it. There's plenty of room in that box for an alternate hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
there's no defending the extra the.
I know, but that was like one of those moments when I push up my glasses and go, "Well, you got the photoreal head," because I've seen some of those comments.
Right,
Dude's Nerdery. Hello there. What's up?
Oh, what is up, dude? Nice to see you here. Yeah, it's it's disappointing. It's disappointing, but I think that the Black Series figures are still extremely solid, especially when it comes to details. So yeah, they might not be the most loaded out figures, but I still love them. And
yeah,
of course, if you're a longtime collector, the different like guns and stuff like that, that starts to become less and less of an issue because you end up having so many that you can easily just swap whatever you want between the figures. But of course, that's, you know, when you've been collecting for a long time. So if you're a new collector, you know.
Yeah. Real quick, badass. Think we need a clone pilot in the Black Series. Thoughts? Yeah, that would be awesome. I'll take all variations of clone troopers, ARF trooper, named clones, grunt troopers, pilots, whatever. Or maybe even like the Revenge of the Sith pilots.
Mm-hmm.
I would take that as well. Eric says Jabba's palace with the band, also a huge Rancor big enough to fit a 6-inch figure in its mouth. That would be like a HasLab thing. But yes to the Max Rebo band.
Yes. But I would 100% be all in for a HasLab 6-inch Rancor.
Yeah. To where you can fit a Gamorrean guard in its mouth.
Yes. You have to be able to fit the Gam guard in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a great idea. That's a great idea for a HasLab. Get Patrick on the line.
Richard says Padme Amidala came with an extra hand. Is that true?
Yeah, remember she came with the tighter gripping hand for the smaller blaster. So she comes with the wide grip hand for
like the Attack of the Clones, Naboo, or not Naboo, but the Attack of the Clones Padme?
Yes. Yeah, she comes with a wide gripping hand to grip the droid blaster, and then she comes with a tighter gripping hand to grip like the Naboo style blaster.
Okay. I don't think I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It's true. It's true. She did have an extra hand. And like Fig Fury was saying too, the SDCC Han with the Mynock comes with the pointing hand, which was actually shown in the promo images for the single release of the figure as well. But of course, it didn't come with the single release of the figure.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
David Edge is a fan of Dude's Nerdery.
Nice.
He's a good man, that Dude's Nerdery.
Yes. Great channel. Great channel. If you guys haven't checked out a Dude's Nerdery, I would definitely recommend it.
BTEC Bradford, do you think that Hasbro will be lazy and only make one ARC Trooper mold and making 5's Echo and Jesse the same mold even though they have different armor like the Vintage Collection? Yes.
Yes.
But I think they can swing that and still make them look really good. Like, of course, like they're not going to make a different mold for every single named clone. I honestly don't even think that's realistic. But
yeah, I mean, they can change small sculpted details about the armor, but generally it's 100% going to be the same mold across the board, just probably with little sculpt variations.
Mm-hmm. Which is perfectly fine. I would be down for that because the new mold is amazing, and I'm sure the ARC Trooper figures would be amazing as well.
And on top of that, you know, and I'm not meaning to, you know, I'm not like picking on Bradford or anything like that, but you know, we got to think they're $20 figures. They're never going to be 100% ultra accurate to whatever they're based on. There's always going to be some minor detail that's off. But that's
like the tech.
Yes, but
now that we've rewatched that,
that's the, you know, that's the territory of $20 action figures. You know, you want more details and more accuracy, you gotta pay more for it. And even then, things like, you know, I'm sure there's some Hot Toys out there that don't even have 100% correct details to them. I bet they exist. I bet they do.
Volt says an Aqua Trooper for Kit Fisto's crew. And then I'll also take a Kit Fisto shirtless.
There you go.
And
here's a great idea, Justin. They could reuse that new Darth Maul torso. Repaint it, give us a shirtless Kit Fisto. Think about it. I would go for that. Now that we've got a shirtless torso in the Black Series.
You
Patrick,
heard it
if you're
here
watching,
first.
write that one down.
Yeah, write that one down.
Eric,
Patrick.
write that one down.
Kyle asks, what is an ideal Revenge of the Sith wave for you guys?
Ooh.
Very interesting. 212th Airborne Trooper.
Yeah.
To go along with your Commander Cody and 212th Grunt Trooper.
Definitely.
Newt Gunray?
Magna
I would love
Guard.
a Newt Gunray. What'd you say?
Magna Guard.
Oh, yeah. Magna Guard for sure.
Just a regular Palpatine. A Count Dooku with
Red Robe.
Head action.
Yeah, Red Robe. This is a good 4 or 5 wave. All right. 212th Airborne Trooper. Magna Guard. Red Robe Palpatine with Sith red lightsaber gold. Is it gold or silver?
I think it's
rose.
I think it's gold and silver.
Yeah. That's solid so far. Throw in the maybe the clone pilot. I'm trying to think Revenge of the Sith, because Revenge of the Sith is such a grand film. I love Revenge of the Sith. It has so much world building.
The troopers that are with Coyote Mundi, where they're like
the Space Marines, Intergalactic Marines, or whatever they're called.
Yes.
Big Fury asked if we watch Star Wars Theory.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
I like Theory.
Yep. I don't watch all of his videos, but I'll tune in every once in a while.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. David is waiting on a Mando Ahsoka release. Was hoping to see it at FanFest, but maybe for May 4th. They just previewed a Hot Toys version, so maybe Black Series is right around the corner.
Hot Toys one is looking dope.
Yeah.
Looking dope.
ATST HasLab. What's up, Zavi16? ATST, I think, would be too huge for them to do in the 6-inch scale.
No. I think it could work for a HasLab. AT-AT, I don't think could ever happen, but I think we could get an ATST. It would literally be enormous, but maybe it wouldn't be like, full 1/12 scale, but like just a little bit smaller, but would still look good with your 6-inch figures.
Yeah. Should have figured. What's up, man? Armless and legless Anakin, Alan. Yes.
Kick Fury also making a great point that even $80 SH Figure Arts figures aren't 100% accurate. Very true. It's very true. Of course, we've got Samuel Pinky in here. It's time for a super battle droid. You're damn right it is. You're damn right it is.
It's probably my number one, either that or 5s right now. Super Battle Droid and 5s. Those are my two most desirable. Something that I just think they absolutely need to do right now. They need to do it now.
Definitely.
I'll say it.
I agree.
ATRT, that would be pretty awesome. Those are the chicken walkers that the Republic uses, right?
Yeah.
So they're significantly smaller than an ATST.
I think that could definitely
it's just
work.
them on it. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. See here, Richard just got his Vader helmet today. Super dope. Awesome.
One moment, Justin.
Nate's gone. Hoping for a Clone Wars wave with CW, Palpatine, Maul, and Savage. Yeah, that would be awesome to get a Savage for sure. Zavi, no problem, man. We like to reply at least to a lot of the comments. Can't get to all of them, but if there's someone I haven't seen or interesting question, we'll try. But hello there to both of you. Channel is my fave Black Series YouTube channel for sure. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man.
All right,
Nate's back already.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My nose was itching like crazy, so I was like, I had a scratch I needed to fulfill.
Big Fury, definitely agree, man. Needs to happen. Dude's Nerdery says, give me the droid because...
Say, they've got
agree.
a ventilation chamber.
They got down the ventilation chamber. Yeah, like we've discussed before, maybe it's like they're stuck on like the proportions of the super battle droid, and then they're also stuck on the folding and rolling for the destroyer droid.
Right.
So, yeah, I agree. Kid Boba Fett would be cool, especially now that we're getting Aura Singh. That would be amazing.
Definitely. I would love to complete that little crew so you could have Bosk and Aura, little baby Boba.
Little baby Boba. You got a problem with Boba. You got a problem with me. That's my boss.
I like it. Bosk.
Black Series is slacking on droids for the prequel era. Super Battle Droid, Droideka, Commando Droid, Aqua Droid, and I'll one-up ya. Tactical Droid. Everyone forgets about the Tactical Droid. I love the Tactical Droids because they have like that like classic sci-fi robot voice. Like it's very like the Separatist Alliance is like it's like
right
a very like sci-fi classic voice for those. And of course, there's a Kobe Bryant tactical.
I was gonna say, get the Kobe Bryant tactical droid.
It's like it's purple and yellow, and it's like K2B4, I think.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Or Kobe Bryant 24. That I like that one. Manny, what's up? Nice
Manny,
to see you in here.
What's going on, man? Nice to see you. Oh, let's see here. Richard asks if we have a favorite Black Series helmet. I actually own 0 Black Series helmets.
Yeah, I have the Stormtrooper. It's pretty cool. You know, it's just a decoration. Nothing else. You know, I don't do any like cosplay or any crazy stuff like that. Volts asked if we read the new Vader comics, where Vader rebuilds his ARE arm with a B2 arm with the help of mouse droids. We actually did read the Charles Soule Dark Lord of the Sith 25 issue run, which is still my favorite Star Wars comic, but I have not read the new stuff.
I read 2 issues of it and it didn't grab me, so I didn't continue to pick it up. I thought at the beginning of the series there's like a weird like Padme imposter storyline, and I was just kind of like, especially coming to this series right after the Charles Soule run, which the Charles Soule run is a legendary comic book. Like that is 100% required Star Wars reading, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
Let's see here. Should have figured would totally buy a Black Series Watto. We need a Watto. Comes with the translucent stand and articulated wings.
Yes.
Removable hat. Or does he only get the hat in Attack of the Clones?
Yeah, he just has the hat in Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
His beard
he's
is
like
really grown. Yeah. He's
Little Annie, is that you?
I think Watto would be an amazing figure. Obviously, it would have to come with a stand, without a doubt. Would have to come with a stand. There was one question. I don't know where it went. Thought it was pretty good. Fig Jury says he wants a Vance figure, which I agree. Vance is a pretty badass bounty hunter. He looks like a Star Wars version of the Terminator, so I would 100% be down with that. Oh, here it is. Okay, Alan Price. Top 3 Cantina aliens that we would like to see in the Black Series. Deveronian, Ithorian, and the Talls. Right, Justin?
I was gonna say that as well. That's pretty good. My first thought went to the Talls. Yeah, the Deveronian, the Ithorian. Obviously, we'd love to get the Cantina band.
Yes.
As well.
Of course.
Axel Anderson says we really need clone commandos already. Definitely agreed. Definitely agreed.
100%. Hang on. Just one moment.
Go. Nate's leaving again. He's crazy. Yeah, Dude's Nerdery. I actually did read that run, the Dark Visions run. I think it's a mini run, 5-issue maybe. I did read that.
All right. Anyways, we've got Diafricaner. Hello from Italy. Been following you since day one. Hugs from a Star Wars enthusiast and a former hardcore kid. Do you think we need some facial upgrades on some figures such as Poe, Finn, and R.O.?
Who's R.O.? Randy Orton?
Personally, I would not buy updated sequel trilogy photoreal figures, but I do think they should exist because there are people out there that would definitely like them. And it looks weird when you've got a great looking Rey and then everyone else is non-photoreal, which I'm pretty sure is basically how it is for the sequel trilogy stuff.
Yeah. Let's get into some Italian hardcore.
Yeah. I wonder what that's.
I'm a little interested in that.
I like it. I like plenty of Italian metal. There's some really good Italian death metal out there. Yeah. Let's see here. Norsky, I have the Kylo Ren Black Series helmet. I actually got it in Cyprus back in 2016 for like $70. Definitely glad I got it then, looking at the aftermarket prices of this thing. Yeah, I've heard that the aftermarket price on the Kylo Ren helmet is absolutely insane. And it makes sense because honestly, it seems like everything Kylo Ren related is going up in price, which is shocking considering the past few years of the Black Series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fig Fury, that's what I was trying to think of. The Imposter Padme line. It's like that newer Vader. I did read the first 2 issues and stopped after that, but he says it gets better in his opinion after the second issue.
Yeah. Oh, Rogue One. Duh. The Rogue One figures are definitely gonna come out this year. I also believe that rumor, but personally, I think I would just probably get like Baze and Chirrut since they're like the only interesting characters out of the bunch, in my opinion. Or if they make like a 2 tubes, I'd get him too. Or Saw.
Yeah, Benthic.
Yeah. But as for the main cast, Jin, Cassian, Bodhi,
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. David Edge says we're both wearing boring t-shirts today.
You never seen Drive, boy?
Yeah. What about the Scorpion King? This is a great movie, right? Look, hold on.
How's this boring? Look at this color scheme. Pink, light blue, 80s, man. Come on now.
Check out the back of my shirt and tell me this is boring. William Johnson, baby. Mummy Returns.
You haven't seen Drive, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Starring Ryan Gosling.
And don't watch The Mummy Returns or The Scorpion King, but do watch the first Brendan Fraser Mummy movie.
BTC Bradford, any predictions on the next Bad Batch figure? It seems to be a clone in a poncho of some kind.
Yeah, this one's interesting. I haven't quite figured this one out together because I think we all maybe thought it was going to be Echo, but he clearly doesn't look like that in the Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming it's got to be a new type of clone trooper at this point. As far as I can tell, it's going to be some new trooper we don't know about yet.
Let's see here. Pimp Daddy Satan, what part of Midwest are you all hanging out in? Kansas City area here. We're in the Chicagoland area in northern Indiana here.
Yep.
Right next to Lake Michigan, the Great Lakes.
Out in the cornfields here. Just kidding. Actually, the spot of the area of Indiana we live in is a very not metropolitan, but it's a suburban area.
Yeah. Yerd TV, what's 501st clone you would want in the Black Series that's not Files? Jesse, Echo, and Kix. I want all 4 of them. The ARC Trooper pack of 4. Let's make a return to the 4 packs. David wants a Saw Gerrera with a Borg Gullet.
The Borg Gullet knows all.
Lies. Deceptions.
Richard says cool shirts, and Fig Fury says Nate is wearing our future president's shirt. That's right. This is going to be a presidential item, a collector's item one day.
Anything is possible nowadays.
Yeah, no joke on that. Anything is possible. I would 100% believe that The Rock could run for president. Not only run for president, I guarantee he'd probably win too.
We would all smell what he's cooking.
Yes. David Edge says, couldn't see him. I stand corrected, gentlemen. It's all good, David. It's all good. But we do recommend watching Drive. If you've never seen Drive, that is a fantastic movie.
Yeah. Let's see here. Carl Jones, do you think we will get a Clone Wars Darth Maul next year and Boba Fett next year for Book of Boba Fett? I really hope we get a Clone Wars Darth Maul. Like, even if they do it, even if they blow up the Vintage Collection one.
Right. I think that's all they really need to do. And I mean, honestly, of course, we already have the Ahsoka, but I would love for them to maybe do it again and give her the proper leg armor like the Vintage Collection figure has. Because it is inaccurate on the Black Series figure. The legs are inaccurate. But yeah, I think Clone Wars Maul is a given at some point.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that we're going to get a ton of Book of Boba Fett stuff. I think that's why they're saving whatever Boba Fett's they're going to make. They're probably saving those for Book of Boba Fett. So, we'll probably get the re-armored version. And, maybe down the road in the Mando line, we could get like the black robed version or like the black robes with the scratched up armor. I'd take any of those options. But I think when Book of Boba Fett comes out, that's when we'll get like the re-armored clean version of Boba Fett. And we'll probably get like Fennec and, maybe some other characters who we aren't familiar with yet, or maybe are familiar with.
I like that.
Will be making an appearance. I'm I'm not 100% sure, but obviously with Book of Boba Fett coming out, I think 100% guaranteed we're going to get figures from the show.
Yeah. Richard, get the people's vote. Dude, he would drop the people's elbow on all threats against America.
Yes, we would finally be at world peace if The Rock was president.
Fig Fury says Arnie was my governor, so I believe it.
True. And also a man.
Go on, do it now. Kill me.
A man who starred in violent R-rated action movies, but was against violent M-rated video games.
Oh, ooh.
I still love Arnie, but I'll never forgive him for such a hypocritical argument.
Yeah, true. Should have figured really wants a Black Series Millennium Falcon cockpit diorama. That's a great idea.
True. That is
a great idea.
That is something that I would really love, or something like the background of the throne room for the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Norsky says, if we're recommending Ryan Gosling movies, I'd like to recommend Blade Runner 2049. Another favorite out of the basement movie that we love to death. I actually just put it on before bedtime the other day. I didn't make it too far into the movie, but it's a nice comfy movie to fall asleep to.
Okay. It's funny we were just talking about Arnold because our favorite sleepy time movie is Predator.
True.
Which is so random because it gets pretty loud very quickly.
Yeah. You just gotta watch it on the right volume. It's all about watching it on the right volume.
There is something just comforting and just safe and cozy about Predator. It's a fantastic film, but it's also just a nice figure to put when you're going, or a nice movie to put on when you're trying to go to bed.
Definitely. Aaron Burrell says new VC reissue wave on shelves now. Yeah, we saw that too. Pretty crazy considering they were just announced a few days ago, not too long ago. I do want to get that on-card Royal Guard. I do have the original release, which of course was in the Black Series 3 3/4 inch removable packaging when it was a Walmart exclusive. But that vintage card for the Royal Guard just looks so good. And you guys know that I'm a huge Royal Guard fan, so I'm definitely keeping my eye out for that vintage card reissue there. But the other figures, I could take it or leave it. And Dude's Nerdery says, give me a deluxe Clone Wars mall with interchangeable legs. Now that's an idea. Now that is an idea. Give us both options for mall. Of course, you probably couldn't do the season 7 look then, but give him an alternate head with the longer horns. Give him the alternate spider legs. Make it a deluxe figure.
Yeah, I like that.
And Don't actually says 2049, in my opinion, maybe even better than the original masterpiece. And I would agree. I think Blade Runner 2049 is the superior film. Not that the original Blade Runner is not excellent as well. But Blade Runner 2049 is just pretty much superior in almost every way.
I would agree with that. I thought I saw someone asking about Jackson. Where did I see that? Oh, Die says, what do you think about Jackson's figure? I don't know. Something about it looks satisfying for some reason.
I think it's going to be a great figure to go with the bounty hunters and the scoundrels and everything like that. So, well, we kind of, we've joked about Jackson a lot on the channel. I pre-ordered it right away, and I'm excited to add him to the shelf. So,
yeah,
I'm on board.
I did not.
There you go.
Chippo Calipo, we have to get a Rex in Black Series. Makes sense to have him in the Bad Batch series. Easy repack for Hasbro. Okay, you had me confused in your first. We have to get a Rex in the Black Series because he is in the Black Series. But yes, a repack for sure. A re-release would be so good for Captain Rex. There's a lot of people who still don't have him.
True. Which, again, still blows my mind because I think Fig Fury mentioned it earlier that he found one $3.99. I found one at an Ollie's for $5.99.
Yeah.
So it was crazy that, well, he was in a peg warming wave though too. So when a lot of those stores buy up the figures that no one wants, they just happen to get Rex. It was just by happenstance because he was in such a peg warming wave. Even though it also had other great figures like the Royal Guard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I was misreading.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. Carl Jones, are you guys going to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife when it comes out? No. Honestly, and I'm sure this is going to be blasphemy to a lot of people, but I could take or leave Ghostbusters. I could take or leave it. I've only seen the first movie, and I thought it was just all right.
Yeah, I pretty much echo that. It's not something I'm into in the slightest. Same with Back to the Future.
I like Back to the Future more than Ghostbusters, but I also haven't. I like Back to the Future enough to where I think I will watch Back to the Future 2 and 3. But okay. Ghostbusters, I was just kind of like, no reason to watch 2. No reason to watch that remake that everyone hated. No reason to watch this next remake, reboot, whatever they're doing with the franchise. We're just not interested in Ghostbusters. And, people out there that love it, they really love it, and that's awesome. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that don't like Star Wars, so
yeah.
You like
and we're no strangers to controversial opinions.
Yeah, definitely.
Back when we did Blu-ray content on the channel, and I go and I pass through Pulp Fiction and I go, this is easily the worst Quentin Tarantino film. My favorite is The Hateful Eight. Everyone in the comments just
True.
I do not like Pulp Fiction.
True.
Sorry,
But the real worst Quentin Tarantino movie is actually Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown, everybody.
I've never seen Jackie Brown, actually.
Well, it wasn't. I don't. I think he only directed it. I don't think he wrote it. So, and it's like an adaptation of a book, I think.
Okay.
But it's just a really strange movie. Volts said Blade Runner blasphemy. See, there you go. We've got plenty of spicy takes for whoever wants to ask us a movie question. We'll give you something spicy. But hey, David Carell also said, I don't know, original Blade Runner is superior in my opinion. And that's fine to say. That's fine to say. And one thing I do want to mention, David C. also said, is he hates the cartoon picture that they picked for Jackson. I agree. They should have used like some Dark Horse artwork or something, that matched the rest of the figures, like the other figures having their corresponding Dark Horse artwork. Really made no sense that they didn't do that for Jackson as well.
Yeah, they messed up in all sorts of ways with that wave.
Yeah, definitely.
Carnor Jax.
Yeah, Carnor Jax being the biggest example because, of course, it's Kyrkanos. It's not Carnor Jax. QC Comics, nice to see you. I don't think you were in here earlier, so thanks for stopping by. It says, Kill Bill is my favorite. Kill Bill is a great Tarantino movie.
I agree.
Big Fury says Ghostbusters is pure nostalgia for him as a movie goes. It isn't the best, but I feel a lot of love comes from that. I mean, definitely. There's plenty of stuff I'm super nostalgic about that I can recognize is not the greatest. I think
for sure.
Power Rangers is probably my biggest thing that I'm like, oh man, I love it to death, but I can fully recognize it's not good.
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace Phantom Menace though really only has one thing that bugs me, and it's the super long pod racing scene. But after they leave Tatooine, I genuinely think like Phantom Menace is pretty dope. Once they get off of Tatooine and the rest of the movie starts, I think it's pretty solid.
Perhaps. I'm still like, obviously I've accepted all the faults over the years, so like I can tolerate like Jar Jar. Like I can easily tolerate Jar Jar now, but that's still like a pretty negative aspect to the film if you're looking at it through an objective lens.
Mm-hmm.
The pod racing scene, it's like the same shot over and over again, pan left to right, pan left to right.
Yeah.
It's like the same exact shot like 50 times in a row.
Right. And what shocked me, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but like the VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray releases of Phantom Menace are like an extended version of the movie, and it's different from the theatrical cut. Like George Lucas finished a bunch of deleted scenes and put them into the movie without really saying much. But apparently there is some differences, and the pod racing scene is slightly shorter in the original theatrical version, but it's extended out with like all the like racer introductions and stuff like that. Like apparently that stuff wasn't in the theatrical version. So I've been curious to like try and find like a download online or something of maybe like a 1080p version of the original Phantom Menace theatrical version, kind of like, the original trilogy, a despecialized Phantom Menace, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Big Fury says Duel of Fates is why Phantom Menace is awesome. The rest of the movie is hard to watch. Do I rank it 6 in my list? The lightsaber fight in Phantom Menace is probably the best choreographed lightsaber fight in the whole franchise. Attack of the Clones, big step down. Like that scene with Anakin and Dooku just twirling around their lightsabers, but it's like super dark and you only see the light reflecting and like the saber, and they're just like, It's so horrible, and obviously, due to the age is a big factor, there. Can't really flip around and do all this crazy stuff. Although he
Right.
does have like, fencing experience in the past, so there's actually a few good like practical shots, particularly like more so in Revenge of the Sith. I feel like.
True. I just want to jump back up to Infernal Hippo. Did you guys watch any of the Speed movies? I've never seen a Speed movie.
No.
I know of the franchise, but I've never felt the urge to watch it. And Riley Cross is here. What's up, Riley? And says, NECA Terminator, anyone? I do like I have one NECA Terminator figure that I've purchased, and that is the Police Station Assault Arnold from the first movie, which I think is my favorite look for Arnold in all of the Terminator franchise. So that's pretty much my one and done figure. I don't even have like a exoskeleton, like a T-800.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one I have. I have the exoskeleton. I like it. I do like it.
Yeah, but of course, Jeremy Jedi Hunter, he also he sent me a Dark Fate Sarah Connor, which is actually a pretty dope figure. I think like NECA, it almost looked like NECA used like some sort of photoreal tech on the figure. It looked so good.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Pimp Daddy Satan says, "Don't waste your time on Speed. Yuck."
Oh gosh.
Yeah, well, if Infernal Hippo likes it, he likes it. Ivan Gambino, thanks for stopping by. Says, "What's up, fellas? Joining the stream while I work on some driver's test stuff." Nice. The good old driver's test. Gotta learn how to parallel park.
Get your parallel parking done, Ivan.
Yeah.
Don't fail.
Parking.
Don't fail us now.
Yep. My driving instructor actually fell asleep during the driving test.
And Nate was such a good driver.
And I drove around aimlessly for about 30 extra minutes because I wasn't sure what to do because he was just snoring in my passenger seat. Safe to say I passed. It's safe to say I passed.
Yeah. See here. David C doesn't enjoy the Phantom Menace very much, but I like all of the prequels, especially after reading the novels. They made me understand a lot of things more. Yeah, we went through the phase of hating the prequels. Now I kind of love the prequels.
Definitely.
I feel like it is what it is. I've just accepted it, and I find enjoyment in them now.
Yeah, I think it just random like. I think everyone, what I'm trying to say, I think everyone in our age group has gone through the same thing that we have gone through.
Yeah, because we loved the prequels as children.
Right.
Then when we were edgy teenagers, we hated them. And now that we're adults, we love them again.
Yeah. It's come full circle because, when I was growing up, I absolutely would love to watch episode 1, 2, and, of course, episode 3. I never disliked episode 3, really. Like, even in my edgy phase, that was the one where you were kind of like, well, Revenge of the Sith is all right. But, you just go through that edgy teen phase, and then after that, you just kind of realize that, it's Star Wars. It's still pretty awesome, and obviously stuff like Clone Wars and...
Memes helped. Yeah, QC Comics, you say it perfectly. The Clone Wars show really put that whole area and makes the prequel film so much better. I would agree with that. I'm a huge Clone Wars fan, and it truly does bolster my love for that era.
Yeah,
like sometimes I even think I like the era better than the original trilogy era.
Well,
like, obviously films are a million times better, but era-wise, I think like it's a tad more interesting. Like subject.
It's also more fleshed out.
Yeah.
Because obviously with the Clone Wars show, that's the biggest example. You got 7 seasons of a TV series to completely flesh out this huge expansive war, all of these side characters, so that even when you see them like walking in the background, you're like, oh man, it's so-and-so, it's Evan Pell, or it's it's Jedi Master Rancisis.
Yeah.
Just like certain characters, just seeing them and like these epic story arcs that they've gone on that you've got to experience, which I feel like the original trilogy is sort of fleshed out, but really that's only if you read like the Jason Aaron comic book at this point. And then if you are still sticking along with the not so great, unfortunately not so great, Charles Soule Star Wars comic book that takes place between Empire and Return of the Jedi.
And it has Rebels.
Right, and you get Rebels.
Sort of that era. Like, it's before the original trilogy, but...
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they flesh out before the original. They get right up to the original trilogy. But
yeah, Rogue One, of course.
So I do understand what you mean. It's not that, like, the prequel era is, like, superior, but it does have more to go on.
World building, for sure.
Yeah, more world building. More lore. And more interesting lore. Because, like I said, there is that current Charles Soule comic book between Empire and Return of the Jedi, but it's just not that great.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick.
All right, I'll keep it going here. Fly Zone 21. Any idea if there will be a restock of Darth Revan Black Series? I sadly missed out. Rumored to have an archive release, so definitely keep your eye out. Excuse me. Definitely keep your eye out for that. And David C., the only movies that get worse, the more I watch them, are the sequels. Yeah, definitely. Fig Fury, Revenge of the Sith is awesome. I can watch that movie a million times. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. And Pimp Daddy Satan, definitely have seen quite a few of these movies. Seen The Warriors. Love Army of Darkness, Tombstone. The Crow, I actually just watched the other day for the first time in a long time. It didn't really hold up for me. I like the idea of The Crow, and I like Brandon Lee as The Crow, but that movie is so 90s. It's so corny. It's so cheesy. Definitely think that The Crow could benefit from a readaptation, perhaps. I think it would be beneficial. And Philip, it's kind of crazy to me that Clone Wars left out the whole first year of the Clone Wars. Wish they would expand on that more. Well, I mean, granted, it's not technically canon, Philip, but I would recommend watching the Tartakovsky Clone Wars series because it does cover the earlier events of the Clone Wars, and that's now on Disney+. But like I said, not technically canon, but it does go over the early parts of the Clone Wars. And I think you can still kind of fit that in to moving into the 3D Clone Wars. There's definitely some stuff that overlaps, but at least Volume 1 of Tartakovsky Clone Wars, you could definitely watch that and then kind of like roll into the first season of 3D Clone Wars, and I think you'd be in pretty good shape. Hello, Justin. We were just... Philip was talking about that the 3D Clone Wars, how they didn't expand on like the first year, the early year of the Clone Wars as a war. So I was recommending Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, at least Volume 1, since that does cover the early events, although it is no longer canon.
Okay.
Yeah. Norsky says, I grew up with the Clone Wars series being my main Star Wars source, so the prequel era is definitely my favorite too, despite the fact that I don't love Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace. Yeah, like I said, I'll defend Phantom Menace. I can defend Phantom Menace, but Attack of the Clones, the stuff on Naboo, is borderline unforgivable. It's so hard to watch.
The thing about Attack of the Clones is it makes me uncomfortable with certain Anakin and Padme scenes.
Right.
Just some really, really weird moments between them.
Really awful, abysmal dialogue.
Yeah, and even like some really creepy vibes I get from Attack of the Clones Anakin.
100% Anakin is in Attack of the Clones. He's very creepy. He's 100% a creep.
Psychopathic tendencies.
Yes. Let's see. David Edge says They Live is a good film. Big Trouble in Little China ? I do like They Live, and I actually love Big Trouble in Little China. That's one of my favorite John Carpenter movies. Always love watching Big Trouble in Little China. Kurt Russell, great time. Justin, have you seen Big Trouble yet?
I haven't. I have not.
Damn. Definitely a great John Carpenter movie. Great score as well, of course. One thing I want to quickly mention to the 64 people watching us is if you haven't, do a favor here for old Nady old boy. And I have figures falling off the shelf. But do Nady old boy a figure, a solid here. Go check out my review for these Lord of the Rings Diamond Select figures. Recently released it on the channel, and I would certainly appreciate it if everyone here would go check it out if you haven't already. And that is my one shameless plug, because
that's no problem.
I think that they are decent figures. And of course, anytime we post non-Star Wars content, it definitely gets a little buried by the algorithm.
Yeah. Catch up on some comments here. Fig Fury agreed, but it's still worth it to do that. He's talking about how you jump to different seasons to see Clone Wars in order.
Right.
I'll never know or understand why they did that, but it does improve the show. Because the first time I watched it all the way through, it was on Netflix. And I just watched it season 1 to season 6 as it was released. And I was perfectly fine with that, because I can remember in my mind like where certain things are connecting or continuing. But yeah, it's way more enjoyable. Volts, I'm not giving that one to you, bro. Those things are supposed to be cringeworthy.
Yeah.
I'm not giving that a pass, man.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, Norsky says, don't look at me that way. Why not? It makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry, milady. Definitely creepy. And just like the monotone delivery, you know, no hate to Hayden. I think he played the character just how George wanted him to play. He's a lot better in Revenge of the Sith. But Attack the Clones, man. Arena scene onward, good.
Yep. last
Dexter Jetster scene, amazing.
Movie. Ivan, of course, points out the classic "I don't like sand" moment. Or, you know, you could go with not just the men, but the women and the children too.
I hate them.
I slaughtered them like animals.
Padme doesn't think he's a psychopath already.
She decides to fall in love. Cool. He just literally murdered an entire village of indigenous people. That's fine. I'll marry him. I'll let him have sex with me and get me pregnant. It's a good idea. Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? He turns into a giant 7-foot-tall robot killing machine?
Oh well.
There's some more people talking about John Carpenter, so you know I'm always down to talk about John Carpenter.
Yeah, Bolts, anything by John Carpenter is the best, dude. Halloween, one of my favorite films.
Yep.
Of all time.
Escape from New York, The Fog, like Rob says. One of my favorite John Carpenter movies that I feel like people don't bring up a lot is In the Mouth of Madness with Sam Neill in it from Jurassic Park. That is a fantastic movie. Little late era John Carpenter, which I know, you know, John definitely sailed off into the sunset and made some really bad movies like Ghosts of Mars. But In the Mouth of Madness, I feel like was probably his final last masterpiece film.
Yeah, I really liked In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, one of his greatest movies, and again, not one that a lot of people talk about. So check that one out if you haven't seen it, In the Mouth of Madness. And of course, talk a little Lord of the Rings, Justin. Pimp Daddy Satan says, Lord of the Rings, almost better than Star Wars, but Randall changed my mind. Nice Clerks reference, of course. Famous scene in Clerks 2. And then Samuel asks, favorite Lord of the Rings movie? Justin, I think we're both on the same page with this one.
Yep.
Fellowship.
Fellowship. then Return of the
Excellent
King,
movie.
then Two Towers.
Yep.
Although it's a masterpiece trilogy.
Yeah. All three of them are amazing. But if I had to rank them exactly, Fellowship, Return of the King, Two Towers. And Rob said, actually prefer The Hobbit. And I can't agree with you there, buddy. I cannot agree with you there. I actually despise the Hobbit movies.
I like
aspects
Desolation
that
of
are
Smaug.
enjoyable. There are aspects that are enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I can't even say I like Desolation of Smaug because it doesn't end the Smaug storyline. You still have to watch another 20 minutes of Battle of Five Armies to get that complete story. Which
True.
I do like the Smaug stuff. That is awesome. But again, you have to watch all of Desolation of Smaug and then 20 minutes of Battle of Five Armies. Which
and Battle of the Five Armies was
that was a nauseating experience. A nauseating.
You remember our debate, the grand debate of what the five armies were after we left the theater? Was it the elves, the men, the orcs, the dwarves, and the eagles? Or was it the...
The Fifth Army is a little ambiguous, all right? You know, who's to say what maybe the Fifth Army was the friends that we made all along.
Okay. Okay.
No,
yeah, Richard says
I just remember instantly standing up at the end of Battle of Five Armies and promptly leaving the theater. Like I didn't watch the credits or anything. I was like, I'm so done with this.
Yeah, Richard says Halloween, my favorite horror movie. I've got to agree with that. I think, I mean, we love horror, but I think Halloween transcends horror, and I think it's just one of the greatest films of all time, preserved in the National Library, of course.
There's a reason.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece, and it never gets old no matter how many times I watch it. It never gets old, and of course, it's a tradition. Every damn Halloween when the sun sets, you gotta pop in that Blu-ray.
Yep. Absolutely. David C. says, I hate the Hobbit movies. They are such a travesty to Tolkien's vision. I don't know how they could go from Lord of the Rings, which is a masterpiece, to The Hobbit. Yeah.
Especially Peter Jackson directing all of them, right?
Right. But yeah. Well, Guillermo del Toro was actually supposed to direct the Hobbit trilogy, but then last minute, Peter Jackson was like, wait, I want to do it. That's why Guillermo del Toro has I think he has a screenwriting credit on the entire trilogy. But yeah, I mean, the Hobbit the events of the Hobbit could have easily been covered in one movie, maybe two movies, but stretching that shit out to 3 movies was absolutely insane.
One book.
Absolutely insane.
It's like think about how good the Uruk-hai look in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Practical suits that just look amazing.
Literally
and
done
they
10 years
turn
beforehand.
orcs CGI in the Hobbit trilogy. Like the one white one that has like the hook for an arm or like whatever that is. Oh gosh, I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Practical is almost always significantly better because it's real. It's real.
Without a doubt.
Get over that.
And then David C. also says you have to watch the extended versions. Of Lord of the Rings, I agree. Of the Hobbit movies, I've never watched the extended versions because I don't want to. That sounds like pure torture. But
yeah, I've seen the extended versions for the first time when we saw it in flashback cinema.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. I pretty much ever since the extended versions came out, those were the only versions of Lord of the Rings that I ever watched. And I think that they actually truly do add something to the movie. You know? True. It's not
when I was purchasing the Blu-rays, the extended editions were not easily available at the time. I think that's just the curse.
You had to buy that like 15 disc box set, which of course I happily did.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and of course now they're out on 4K too, so Have to get that. David C says, no, not the Hobbit extended versions. Hell no. Agreed. And Norsky says, my favorite is Fellowship 2. I love the world building, the introduction to the characters, and the initial sense of adventure and excitement. 100%. And of course, all the Mines of Moria stuff, super awesome. Love all the practical orcs as well. The Balrog looks amazing. Even still to this day, the Balrog looks incredible.
Yeah, true. And Fellowship was featured at plenty of different times, like in my film class back in college. I took a history of film class, and it was also showed you like different types of shots and like sequences. And I remember Fellowship of the Rings was brought up a few times, which says a lot because this professor was pretentious with a capital P. No hate to my professor, but there was no Stanley Kubrick. There was no, I don't even think, there might have been Alfred Hitchcock. I think there was a little bit, but I mean, you got to have Stanley Kubrick to some capacity.
There is no, in my opinion, there's no film discussion without some mention of Stanley Kubrick. So that to me is instantly blasphemous.
2001: A Space Odyssey is the most influential sci-fi film of all time, and it is one of the most influential films of all time, period. Literally, the Death Star looks like the ball part of like the ship. Literally looks just like the Death Star. So super influential, and I was very disappointed that even like Spielberg. I mean, at least Jaws. Like Jaws literally created the blockbuster as we know it, like a summer blockbuster.
Yeah, and that was the other thing I forgot too. Didn't even talk about Jaws in that class. I can't believe that. Like I legitimately can't believe that.
Like there was a lot of like Charlie Chaplin, which was an important part of film history. Like we learned about the very first silent film ever made, I believe, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which I actually do enjoy. But yeah, there was a lot of missing holes in there. There's a lot of missing pieces.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Fig Fury says the Fifth Army is the people who said WTF was this.
Exactly.
Fifth Army was the audience.
And you just watch a giant CGI fuckfest that is literally undescribable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Justin, I will say that my phone is acting a fool and it is going to die soon. So do you want to keep going for a while, or no, we're about at that 2-hour mark.
Yeah, we can go ahead and wrap it up because I'm a little eager here.
Yeah.
I'm itching to bust this bad boy open and shoot a video of me playing with it and then releasing it for people to watch.
Definitely.
That's what we do here.
Absolutely. And of course, keep your eyes peeled because my Ventress review will be going up shortly, sometime this week, either Monday or Tuesday, pretty sure. Should be up by then. Mm-hmm. Real quick, Fig Fury says, what do you think will be the next Star Wars movies? What will they be based on? Tough call. I'm not sure.
Kind of hope they're done.
Yeah, I would be down for a very long break from movie content. I would be down for that. Because maybe another 10 years in all honesty.
The series, like I'm on a Star Wars high. I don't think I've ever, I say it all the time, but like I think I'm at my Star Wars peak excitement. But I always say that because Star Wars is always getting me hyped. But these series, I think is a great idea. At least a very few select, like the Ahsoka. Make it a mini series, all right? We don't need like seasons and seasons of Ahsoka. Just make it like a mini series. I really think like that route, like the Kenobi mini series, like a one-time 6 to 10 episode thing maybe, and then it's done forever. They could do that with Kenobi and Ahsoka, and I think like that's kind of a route. Then we got Mando, we got Bad Batch. Like I'm just super excited for like the more series element to Star Wars right now.
Definitely.
So.
And I mean, that's what Marvel's doing right now. Like WandaVision, I think is just a one and done. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think is just a one and done. So I'd be down for more stuff like that, definitely. So, but yeah, thank you so much for everyone hanging out with us today. It was a great stream. Had a lot of fun talking Star Wars and other movies as well, because we are actually big movie fans. I know a lot of people still don't know that, but of course, Ivan, see you later. Hopefully you have a good day too. David C, we'll see you next time. Everyone else watching, about 60 people in here right now, thank you so much for tuning in. We live stream every single Sunday, 1 p.m. Central Time. We'll be here next week. Maybe we'll have a guest. This week we just kind of had a lot to talk about, so figured it would just be me and Justin. But yeah, tune in next week, and we'll see you guys then. So, of course, I'm Nate. I'm joined with Justin.
Later, guys.
And then Richard, Stone Cold Killer, Rob, Infernal Hippo,
Pimp Daddy,
Fury, Pimp
Norsky.
Daddy Satan, Norsky. We will see you guys in the next live stream. Have a good one.
Check it out. Be on the lookout. All the reviews, all the time. Finally got some new stuff to do.
Yes.
Yep. Take care, guys.